Hello everybody. So today we'll be talking about exponents and what they are. So exponents are quantities raised to a specific power. Well, for example, let's say 3 to the power of 5. Now, you might be asking, what are these powers? Well, these are the powers. You could just call them exponents. Over here. And this is the base of that power to symbolize that this is being multiplied. And you might be asking again, what is being multiplied? Well, 3 to the power of 5 is basically multiplying 5 times, sorry. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's what 3 to the power of 5 is. So let's erase this. Big eraser there. So, let's solve one of these exponents. Well, exponents can get really big. So let's have let's have the base as 2. And yeah, let's multiply. Let's just duplicate these 2's. We'll just go until 6. So, 2 to the power of 2. No, wait. Let's start with 2 to the power of 1. So, 2 to the power of 1, that's just 1, 2. Because we're just saying 2, just 2. There's no other number. There's no anything other than 1. So, it's just 2. 2 to the power of 2. So that's where we start multiplying. That's 2 times 2, which is equal to 4. Let's say we had 2 to the power of 3, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to 8. Now let's say we had 2 to the power of 3. Because this is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Let's say we had 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. That's 4 times 2 times 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Which times 2 is 16. And 2 to the power of 4 is 16. And another way you could do this is 2 to the power of 5 we had next. You could just say 16 times 2 because there's 4's and then there's another 2. We're going to multiply it. So 16 times 2, which is 32. And we could do 2 to the power of 6, which is 32, times 2, which is 64. Let's erase all of this. And let's go into some negative exponents. So, let's say we had, in parentheses, negative 1 to the power of 2. And let's say we had negative 1 with no parentheses to the power of 2. So over here we have this quantity multiplied 2 times by itself. So and then we have this quantity here, which is negative 1 multiplied 2 times by itself. But the weird thing is that we don't have any of these parentheses here. Well, what we have to do in this case is we have to put parentheses around this. So that's a 1 there. And that's just negative 1. So if you don't put parentheses, it'll just turn into a negative number as the answer. And over here, we already know that a negative times a negative is a positive. That's positive 1.